When I went up to his window, he wouldn't roll his window down. Right away, gets his phone out, then he says, I recorded everything on my camcorder, and I didn't come close to you, and blah, 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 blah.
You're right.
I just want to admonish him for coming too close to me. Later, can I call the district attorney and press charges?
Remember the video that I did last week from Park City, Utah, where 73-year-old Gary Peacock, the bicycle guy, confronted 22-year-old Pierce Kempton in the parking lot of a skate park. The bicyclist was absolutely flipping out because he believed that Pierce had driven too close to him while he was riding his bicycle.
Yeah, I've got a very aggressive teenager here that almost hit me in the car, and now he won't give me his last name, and now he's trying to leave. No, you're a
Dude, literally stop.
No, I'm calling the police, and you're not leaving. You're not leaving.
He basically forcibly held this 22-year-old inside his car as he called the cops and waited for the cops to arrive.
You pushed into me. I asked you to wait. You didn't
I didn't
wait.
push into
you did.
you.
Send a policeman for this guy right now, because you might leave, and I want you to be here when the police get here. He's trying to leave. I'm riding a bike. I have more rights than you.
As I mentioned in the prior video, I wanted to see the body cam when it came out. Well, now the body cam is all out. So let's go through it, and I'm curious what you think.
Yeah, but what can we do about this kind of case where a teenage driver is being negligent and can kill somebody? Yes, I'm very sensitive.
Do you want me to arrest him?
Can he be arrested?
And do you have that all in recording?
I'm gonna go skate.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're not going anywhere. You're not leaving. You're not leaving.
He showed me the recording, and you were the aggressive one, not him.
Yes, because he... What if I apologize?
It's too late. I've already seen the evidence. I am obligated.
Oh, come on, man.
He wants a ticket issued, so I will be giving you a ticket today. I'm going to issue him a citation for disorderly conduct as well. Okay.
What kind of disorderly conduct is it?
You opened his door 3 times. Okay? He doesn't have to get out of his car for you. He doesn't have to identify for you. You are not law enforcement.
So I'm going to have a... Is this a misdemeanor?
Mm-hmm.
What if we both agree that neither one of us wants a ticket? It's my job to make sure that somebody that has an infraction stays here so you can arrive.
Okay.
I do believe that I have a right to do that. You say I don't, but I think I do.
You don't get to detain people. You're free to go.
Say thank you, but I'm
right.
not glad I called the police. Next time I won't call the police.
22-year-old Pierce Kempton was driving to meet a friend at this skate park. As he prepares to turn into the park, there's a guy riding a bicycle. As his dash cam footage shows, he slowed down, he wasn't going fast to begin with, and he moved slightly to the left just to avoid the bicyclist. Then he turns into the park. However, the bicyclist turned out to be 73-year-old Gary Peacock. Comments on social media from the Park City area suggest that Peacock may have a history of similar behavior in and around Park City. One person shared, Gary did the same exact thing at Ranch Place and 224 intersection to me as I was waiting to turn right from Cutter Lane onto 224. He rode his bike up to my car, tried to open the door, started banging on my window with his fist. My daughter was terrified as she was in the passenger front where he was screaming and hitting my window. Anyways, back to what happened. As Pierce is about to get out of the car, Gary comes around the back of his car and he's just flipping out. He's tapping on the window, and this exchange takes place.
Yes, sir?
Did you see me?
Pulled off to the side, I did. I have it on dash cam.
You and Nick did.
I'm gonna go skate.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not going anywhere until the police come.
Dude, stop.
No, you're a fucking...
Dude, literally stop.
No, I'm calling the police, and you're not leaving. You're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Bro's got his hands on me and
Yeah,
stuff.
guy
Why?
won't leave because of the police.
Look at this dude. What are you doing?
I'm
Why are
calling
you
the
so
police.
cranky?
I'm calling the police. That's
Dude,
all.
why are you so cranky?
No, you're not going anywhere.
Oh my god.
You're not going anywhere.
I don't want to be aggressive with you, dude.
You already are. You pushed into me. I asked you to wait. You didn't
I
wait.
didn't push into
You did.
you.
How'd you get out of the car?
You yanked
Yeah,
my door.
I've got a very aggressive teenager here that almost hit me in the car, and now he won't give me his last name, and now he's trying to leave. I'm in Park City, near the Park City Park.
We're at the skate park.
The skate park.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a Subaru. He's recording me because he's a jerk. And I want you to come and give this guy a ticket. I'd be willing to testify in court against this guy. They're coming. They're coming. If I have it my way, you're going to jail.
Okay.
I'll press charges against you.
And so here's the moment where the Park City Police Department officer shows up at the scene. First thing he does is separate the two parties, basically treating it like a domestic incident.
All right. Are you separate sides of the parties?
Yes.
Okay, if you'll stand over there by those
I'm
cars.
a complaining party.
Fantastic.
Can I tell you what happened?
Fantastic. Will you go stand over there for a second?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Over by the cars. I don't want you guys in earshot of each other because it just amps things up.
Don't let him leave. He tried to leave already.
Sir, I'm right here. Thank you. 3K27, copy of plate. All right, do you have some ID on you?
I do, sir.
Let me go talk to him, find out what his complaint is, and I'll come back and talk to you, okay? You're not free to leave at this point.
I won't leave.
Okay, my first responsibility is to get everyone away so it doesn't keep amping up.
Yes, okay.
Okay. So I get you're the complainant, but he's standing at his car with his door open.
Yeah,
I'm not going to let him leave.
he tried to leave.
I know, but I'm here.
Okay, fine.
And so for you to get a little upset with
Well,
me and tell me...
I'm sorry, I was just walking away. I wanted to make sure you heard me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I yelled.
Okay. Do you have some ID on you?
Yeah.
So what happened?
What happened is I'm just riding my bike in the bike zone right here, and this guy comes within, a foot of me. Just total. I ride my bike for 30 years. I know when somebody either doesn't see me or is trying to or doesn't care. So he pulled into this parking lot. So I came by and I said, "Did you see me?" And he says, "Well, I saw you on the right." And I said, "Well, you were too close to me." "No, I wasn't." He says he has a dash cam.
Okay.
So you should take. He said he was recording it. I doubt
Okay.
if he was, but you can. Did he mention that he had a dash cam?
I haven't even talked to him yet.
Okay, fine. So then I came over and I said, "What's your name?"
Try.
He said,
I
"John."
get it's emotional.
Okay, it is. John. He said, "I said, what's your last name?" "I'm not going to tell you." I said, "Well, I have your license plate." "Dude, I'm leaving. I'm going to the skate park." And I said, "No, you're not leaving. I'm calling the police." He said, "I'm leaving." And he tried to push me out of the car. I pushed him back to try to keep him in the car. But he tried to get out of the car. I said, "No, you're not getting out of the car," till the police came. I thought he was too aggressive.
Okay.
On the road, and then he wouldn't give me his name. I was going to report him to the police.
I
If he
understand
just
that.
gave me his last name and his license, I would have just reported
So
him. But
he's
he tried
not
to leave.
obligated to give his information to you. He is obligated to give them to me.
Okay.
If I'm able to determine a crime. Okay.
Well, I'm making
So,
a complaint that
what-
he was within
and
3 feet of me.
Just hang.
Okay. Go ahead.
Don't fight me on this.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just trying to get the information.
Yes.
And I'm explaining why he might not want to give his information to you,
Okay.
who's upset. Obviously, if he cut that close to you, by all means, you'd be upset. But don't come over here and instigate a fight. You get his plate number, and we can track him down like it's nobody's
Well,
business, okay?
I don't believe that's ever going to happen, but it could happen. But I'm just saying, generally, you guys are going to say, no way
Well-
to prove that he was 3 feet in front of you or close to you.
And
Sorry, we can't do anything.
You're right, it is difficult to prove because I wasn't there to witness
So
it.
that's why I wanted
it's
you
your
here.
witness. I understand that. But if you start a fight over something that happened out there, you're now to blame on that.
I didn't start a fight. I just kept him from trying
I'm just
to leave.
saying. You said
Do I have a right to keep him to leave when I believe that he had a criminal traffic violation?
traffic is not criminal. It's an infraction. It's not a
Okay,
criminal.
but I
So,
don't have the right to keep him here?
No. You call us and we do that.
Well, I did, but he was leaving.
But you let him leave because
Okay.
it's not worth. If it starts getting physical, then what? I have to assume worst case situation.
Then he goes to jail for hitting me.
Unless you started it, then you go to
Well,
jail.
I didn't hit him.
So you already told me that you kind of he was
pushed
trying to
him.
leave you, and that
I
right
kept
there
him from leaving the
you
car.
can't touch
but
him.
he was touching me also.
Okay. I'm only going off of what you've told me.
I'm standing in front of the door, and he's trying to push me through like this. And I'm telling, no, you're not leaving. So ask him if he tried to leave when I was in front of the door. Okay, go ahead.
Hang tight. I get you're upset. You're directly involved. Emotions are high.
Yeah, but what can we do about this kind of case where a teenage driver is being negligent and can kill somebody? There are people killed in Park City every year from negligent drivers, and I've been hit by a car twice already. Okay, so yes, I'm very sensitive. I'm just riding my bike. I don't want any trouble, but when I...
Do you want me to just let you vent, or do you
No, go ahead.
want an answer to your question?
I would like to know what you can do about this. Can I make a lodge a complaint against
Absolutely.
him?
You already did.
But what
You
can
did, and I'm here.
But then what?
You come here, you get his license plate,
Yeah,
and you say, don't leave, I have the cops coming.
yeah,
And if he leaves, so what? Because I will go find him.
okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I know you
But I
don't
didn't know
believe that.
But I didn't know that. I didn't have his license plate. There's no way for me to get his
Well-
license plate.
You drove in here, right?
Yes, but
And that's when
generally
you
they
got
just
it.
drive off.
Okay. Once he drives off, you're
I
right.
just want to admonish him for coming too close to me.
Okay,
And
well,
he
that's not
started-
your job. Okay, and I know, and trust me, I feel
Do
you.
you ride a bike?
Absolutely.
A road bike?
Absolutely. I feel you.
And what
I
happens when somebody almost hits you?
Okay, do you want to vent, or do you want...
I'm just asking questions.
I know,
ahead.
I'm trying... You asked me, what do I do? And I'm trying to tell you
Okay.
how we want you to handle it.
Yes.
Because I don't want to come out here and have a fight, or worse, a murder, because he doesn't like your aggressive tone. We have a case in Wasatch right now
know, I
about
know.
road rage,
I saw
where a
that.
guy is dead. Is it worth being a close call and you end up dead here because he does something? I'm not saying he's going to. That's the
know.
worst case that I come looking for.
But let me ask you this.
So no. I want you to answer my question for a second.
Yeah.
Is it worth it being dead over proving a point because you want to admonish him?
You know, if there's one takeaway from this video, it's what's being discussed here. If you're driving somewhere and somebody walks up to your car door and is physically trying to open it and puts their hands on you, depending on where you are in the country and depending on the circumstances of the particular case, it may be reasonable for the driver of that vehicle to be in fear of some sort of great bodily harm. You don't know this person. You don't know if they're armed. You don't know what their intentions are. You don't know if they're completely crazy. Many people would reasonably believe that they need to engage in violent force and self-defense in a situation like that. If somebody opens my car door and lays their hands on me, they're very well likely to get shot. But for that reason, I always keep in mind where I am, what sort of jurisdiction I'm in. In hindsight here, we can see that had the 22-year-old engaged in any sort of violence that perhaps would be justified or at least not prosecuted in some normal jurisdiction, here it really does look like the 22-year-old would have been prosecuted, even though he was the one being assaulted by this crazy bicyclist.
No.
It's not worth being dead.
Perfect,
I
thank you.
agree. But however, are we going to just let people that have any kind of infraction, we call it an infraction, just go and do it again unless somebody reprimands them or somebody...
Do you want me to arrest him?
Can he be arrested?
Do you want me to arrest you off his statement?
No.
You wouldn't appreciate that, right?
No.
So we have to operate on evidence.
Right?
And I get that it's very tricky.
Well, he has evidence because he recorded it.
I get it's, and I'm going to ask. I haven't even talked to him yet.
Okay.
Because you were so worked up, I wanted to get his ID and then come over here and talk to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
here in
starting
the-
to calm down.
I'm here in the middle of this trying to sort it out, and all you want me to do is arrest him and take him to jail.
I want him. I was hoping he'd
Off
get it.
your word alone.
Yeah, and I'd be willing to come to court and have somebody listen to my side and his side and decide.
And there's a time and a place, but here in the parking lot's not the time or the place.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, and I get that oftentimes they just keep driving and you can't get their license plate. But where you did,
Yeah.
You
This
saw
is
him pull
one
in
of the
here?
Only times I've ever been able to catch somebody that has been unsafe.
so don't add fuel to the fire. The fire already happened, and it's still burning, and it's hot. It's in your heart, and you want
I know.
you want justice.
My adrenaline's flowing. You know,
Call
I'm
us.
trembling because the police are here.
Even
which
if
I
he
call-
leaves,
Yeah.
so be it. Have you just let him? He parked. Cool. Typically, people go to a parking lot. They're not going anywhere for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
So I want to tell you one more fact.
Okay.
When I went up to his window, he wouldn't roll his window down.
I wouldn't either.
Why not? I'm just knocking on the window. I want to talk to you.
To know that I just had an involvement with someone who I know is going to be unhappy with me.
Yes. So
Why-
then that's
Why would I?
because that's what I'm saying is that is a tiny, tiny piece of evidence that says that he knew that he did something wrong.
No,
If he wouldn't roll down the window,
that doesn't count as evidence.
it's not evidence, but it's an indication.
So, and
It's an inference.
if someone just happens to walk,
circumstance.
I get it. It's all encompassing, but he's not obligated. And because he doesn't want to talk to you, doesn't mean that he's guilty of all sorts of crimes. It means you have already said that you're pretty worked up about it.
I am.
Is it fair to say you're probably worked up at his window?
Yeah, because he wouldn't roll down his window.
Why would you? If someone comes to your door and is knocking on your door and you can see them visibly worked up, are you going to open that door for them?
Not the door, but I'd roll down my window.
Okay.
I have rolled down my window.
Okay. I've watched people get punched for doing that.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't fault him for
Park City, but okay. We're pretty safe here.
until someone's aggressive.
Well, yeah, but okay.
We got a guy dead over in Wasatch for,
I know.
I'm assuming, the same thing. Just roll down the window.
Yeah,
Well, why did
that's not evidence. Sorry, but that's
right?
true.
But it's part of the situation. It's not evidence of the crime, but it's evidence for the fuel on the fire.
Yeah. Right away, gets his phone out. Then he says, "I recorded everything on my camcorder, and I didn't come close to you," and blah 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 blah.
Hang tight for a second. Let
Yeah.
me go talk to him.
Okay.
See what he's got.
Later, can I call the district attorney and press charges? If something happens, I want to know if something happens to my house or my car.
Well, he's just as concerned.
yeah. Well,
Okay, it's a two-way street.
Yeah. Check my police record. I don't know what his police record's
Well,
like.
I don't know either of you, so I'm going to
Yeah.
treat you the same. So
Okay.
I'm going to offer him the same respect that I've offered you.
Thank you. Thanks
and
for
I'm-
diffusing the situation.
I'm not going to try and automatically throw everyone in cuffs,
Okay.
because that doesn't make people cooperate together. All right, I've learned that 20 years in this. It's easier when people are volunteering information than being forced to give information.
Now the officer goes to talk to Pierce Kempton. Fortunately for him, he recorded everything that happened. This could have gone way differently had he not recorded and thereby protected himself. This goes to show the importance of being able to record an interaction, not just with law enforcement, but with any third party. You know, if Gary was so upset at the way people drive around him, he was perfectly able to record himself. A lot of bicyclists and motorcyclists have GoPros all over the place, and they film absolutely everything that happens around them for their own protection. Gary could have been doing that. Of course, had he done that, it would just film his own bad behavior. Once Pierce shows the full video of the interaction to the police officer, and he shows him the whole thing, the officer realizes that most of what Gary just told him was complete bull.
All right, give me just a minute. Okay. So walk me through what happened.
Okay. I was coming to the skate park, and right at that bus stop area, I was passing this gentleman, and from my understanding and by the looks of it, he was kind of stepping off of, like, I guess, like, kind of leaning. I don't really know how to explain it. It felt like as if he was, like, departing from his bicycle by, like, the crosswalk here. And so I felt like I had enough room to pass him. I have a dash cam as well.
Okay.
And then I pull into this lot, park here, and I notice in, like, my rear view mirror, he's, like, biking next to me. I was like, oh, like, did I do something? He, like, hits my window. He's like, roll down your window. And so I was like, okay, this might be a problem. So I felt a little unsafe, just started recording, just not to, like, raise, I guess, tension, but
Sure.
more so just to kind of, like, I just started recording because I was like, he already hit my window. I don't want him to, like, damage my property. And so I just started recording, and I rolled down my window to talk to him, and he's like telling me to get out, and that I almost hit him. He's like, get out, and I was like, I'm just trying to go skate. And so I roll up my window, he like opens my door, and then I'm just like, dude, and then I was like, stop, and then I try to close my door, he opens it again.
And do you have that all in recording?
I have it on my phone, I can show you, I have it on my dash cam as well.
If I could get both of those, that'll help me kind of understand exactly what, because he's saying you were on the other side, just the second you pulled in, you were trying to leave.
Okay, I mentioned I was gonna skate. I don't know if you want to see it now, but I just basically have the whole like altercation.
Okay.
So
Did you see me?
pulled off to the side. I did. I have it on dash cam.
Good. You see how close you came to me? You know what the law
I did
is?
not.
It's 3 feet, asshole.
I was.
No, you weren't. You
Okay.
want to take your dash cam? Go
Yeah,
ahead and
I have
check
a
it.
dash cam.
Check it. What's your name? Fine.
I'm gonna go skate.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're not going anywhere. It's
Be my witness.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah.
Either
sure.
airdrop it to me, or we have potentially a crime that occurred or an infraction. If you are too close to him, he says you are. He is eligible to basically sign this citation as a witness of the infraction, and he wants a ticket issued. So I will be giving you a ticket today. But instead of me saying, "Hey, I saw this," like if I caught you speeding, I'm the witness of that.
Okay. Yeah.
So there will be a court date you can call and set up, and then arrange to get that taken care of. You'll get to share your side, that video evidence. I'm going to add it to the case, and then he'll get to share his side. So it's going both ways. Okay.
In court.
In court, because or you could just pay the ticket.
Right.
That's the options.
How much is the ticket?
I'm not certain.
Oh, okay.
But let me go get your information in there.
All right, sounds good.
I'm going to issue him a citation for disorderly conduct as well.
Okay.
So, because he shouldn't be opening your door and then kind of pushing you, holding there. It's going both ways.
It is what it is. So,
okay.
All right.
If you hang tight for a minute, all right?
Sounds good.
Sign his citation that you were present for it, and then I'm going to issue you one for disorderly conduct as well. So, if you'll just hang tight over on the sidewalk over there,
then I won't press charges.
it's too late.
Why am I getting for what?
Because you were aggressive to him.
Yes, I was, but he was trying to leave.
Okay, go wait over there. I'll explain it here in a second.
Can't we just?
Nope.
Oh, come on, man! I was the victim here.
All right, watch out. We can go a different way, and you can be arrested for disorderly conduct. That's an arrestable offense.
What kind of disorderly conduct is it?
You opened his door 3 times. Okay? He doesn't have to get out of his car for you. He doesn't have to identify for you. You are not law enforcement. You don't get to come out here and enforce things. You call us and let us do it.
Okay.
He didn't say he was going to leave in his vehicle. He's like, I'm here to skate. I'm going to go skate. He didn't believe he did anything wrong. He's going to provide me the dash cam.
Okay.
He showed me the recording, and you were the aggressive one, not him.
Yes, because he.
Yes, and you don't get to be aggressive with people like that.
Okay.
That's disorderly. That's why you are getting a citation as well.
Why is it too late? What does it mean? What does it mean, disorderly? Do I have to go to court for this? You're kidding me.
Yeah. You were adamant that this, and you were the one causing the stir here.
What if I apologize?
It's too late. I've already seen the evidence. I am obligated.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay? So if
You
you'll wait
can't-
over here on the sidewalk.
You have got to be kidding me. What can we do to resolve this? I mean, this is
Not act
fair.
like that in the future.
Okay.
Is how we can.
I understand.
And it's not going to fix today, but it's going to fix the future.
I am going
I
to
get-
Portland tomorrow.
That's fantastic. I'm going to issue. You're not going to jail. You're getting a citation, so you get to deal with it on your own time. You sort that out between you and the court.
Is he coming to court?
Yeah, because he's getting a ticket too.
What's he getting a ticket for?
I'm going to give him a ticket
For what?
for the violation that you swear up and down that he did. On your word.
Okay, what if we just
Nope.
What if we just resolve
No,
this?
you asked for it over there. He showed me evidence. He's going to provide me the evidence of that. It's either going to substantiate it or discredit it. And his ticket may or may not go away based on that. Yours, however, I have evidence of.
So I'm going to have is this a misdemeanor? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have a misdemeanor on my
Yes, because of your
record.
behavior.
Because I got hot,
Yes.
and that's justifiable?
Yes. Absolutely.
Look, I've
You don't get to
apologized,
demand
I'll
people's
apologize.
names. You don't get to demand that they don't go anywhere. You don't get to open their door.
I didn't open his door.
You did 3 times.
No, he was trying to close his door
He closed it because you kept opening it.
Yeah, I
I watched
did
the
open
video
it.
of it.
because I was talking to him.
No, you're not. He's under no obligation to you.
I don't know.
You should know that.
If he has
Do
an
I get to just
infraction,
do I get to just walk up to your door and start yelling at you?
people do.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to. That's disorderly conduct. That's absolutely disorderly.
Because
That's
people get in
unreasonable
an
that-
argument.
No, because you think you have the right to do that. And I'm here to protect
was-
his rights as
Yes,
much as I'm
I
here to
was
protect your
angry,
rights.
Angry.
Which, yes,
But you could.
you need to control your temper at that
okay,
point.
I understand. I
Okay?
understand.
So we can drag this out and we can keep arguing, or I can get to work, get you a ticket, and get you on your ride.
What if we both agree that neither one of us wants a ticket?
At this point, I've seen what I've seen. I've seen the evidence. You were adamant that you asked for a ticket, and now because you're getting one, you want him to get out of it.
Right.
No, you're both
Right.
getting one today.
Okay.
So if you'll just wait over on the sidewalk. Okay, operate a motor vehicle near vulnerable user or vehicle, that's you. He's getting an infraction. If
What's
you-
his infraction?
That is the infraction. That's
Oh,
the charge. That's
this
the level.
This is the thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So if I have you there listed as the complainant, if you'll sign it right at the bottom. Here, let me just get you yours now, and I can explain all of that. Okay, disorderly conduct. All right. As I explained earlier, you opened his door multiple times. He's trying to shut it. He didn't want to roll it. He doesn't want anything to do with you. I get that what happened over here. He wasn't trying to leave. He was trying to go skate.
That's leaving.
That the
How do
way
I know that's the case?
because it's not your job to worry about that.
It's my worry. It's my job to make sure that somebody that has an infraction stays here so you can arrive.
Okay.
I do believe that I have a right to do that. You say I don't, but I think I do.
You don't get to detain people. I watched the video.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
So that's why you're being charged with this. Okay. Phone number for the court's right there.
Okay.
Give them a couple days.
Is this a fine or what is it?
This is a ticket.
A ticket.
It
What
is.
does that
Yep.
mean, ticket? Mean?
It's an infraction.
Is it a traffic ticket?
No. It is a It's a non-traffic criminal citation. It's a
Criminal citation?
Yes. Yes. Because that behavior is criminal. You don't get to act like that to people. Clear as day. You're free
I'd
to go.
say thank you, but I'm
Right.
not glad I called the police.
Well, I wish this went different.
Yeah.
Oh, here's your ID. Sorry.
Next time I won't call the police.
Well, that's what you should have done and left it at that. When you go over your bounds, that's when you get a ticket.
Well, I didn't know. I was going over.
Well, you know now.
Well. Okay. Here's yours. Operating a motor vehicle near a vulnerable user of a vehicle, which is a bike.
Okay.
Infraction. Phone number's right here.
Okay.
Give the court a couple days to get the information. Do not wait more than 2 weeks, otherwise it will go to a warrant.
Okay.
Okay. He signed it as the complainant there.
Okay.
So if you contest it, he'll be required to show up.
Okay.
So if you just want to pay it, you can pay it over the phone. If you want to contest it, if you legitimately believe you weren't that close to him, you're welcome to contest it.
Okay. And what, as far as like this as an infraction, what does it do to my record? I guess my driving record.
So if you plead guilty to it, it's points on your record. Insurance could possibly go up because it is a moving violation. He was adamant that you get a ticket until I told him he was getting one. He's like, no, never mind. I want to wash it. I'm like, too late, dude.
Yeah.
You opened a can. Kudos to you and for not antagonizing him anymore. He was antagonized already. You stayed calm. At his age, he should know cooler heads prevail.
Yeah.
Hey man, you were too close to me. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it. I've got video. I'm happy to share it with you. I don't think I was that close, but he was He was clearly aggressive, knocking on your window. He says he didn't open the door. You were trying to leave to go skate. And I'm like, yeah, he's at a skate park. I don't care if he goes skates because he's not leaving the area. The car is...
Yeah, the car's here.
He doesn't have a right to detain you. He's not a police officer.
I don't know if you heard me explain that to him.
I didn't.
I'm like,
I
you're
didn't
you're not law enforcement. You don't get the... No, I feel I have a right. I'm like, well, you're wrong.
Well,
With
thank
that,
you.
go skate.
Yeah.
When you get home, upload that video.
Okay.
I'm on all night, so I'll get it as soon as you do.
All right, cool.
So, all right?
Thank you.
You bet.
Cool.
Have a better day.
Thank you.
While I do believe that the body cam footage provides additional context that places the officer's decisions in a little better light, I do think it's wrong that he only charged Gary Peacock with disorderly conduct. The officer acknowledged that Gary had no legal right to basically perform a citizen's arrest. He had no right to detain the 22-year-old. Looking at Utah law, there are two obvious crimes that apply to Gary's conduct that he was not charged with: kidnapping, and then the lesser included Utah crime, unlawful detention. Unlawful detention occurs when a person intentionally or knowingly, without authority of law and against the will of the victim, detains or restrains the victim. And kidnapping occurs when a person intentionally or knowingly, without authority of law and against the will of the victim, detains or restrains the victim for any substantial period of time, or detains or restrains the victim in circumstances exposing the victim to risk of bodily injury. Unlawful detention is a misdemeanor with, I believe, up to a 6-month jail term as a potential sentence. Kidnapping, obviously, is a felony with the possibility of a much greater punishment. It looks to me like the big difference here is potentially just a question for a jury. There can't be much of a dispute that Gary Peacock intentionally restrained/detained Pierce Kempton, and that this occurred against Pierce's will. This was documented thanks to Pierce's video footage. It's undisputed that he did so without authority of law.
Do I have a right to keep him to leave when I believe that he had a criminal traffic violation?
Traffic is not criminal. It's an infraction. It's not a criminal.
But I don't have the right to keep him here?
No.
It seems to me the difference of whether or not this is the misdemeanor or the felony is whether or not a jury would find that this had occurred for, quote, any substantial period of time, or whether it exposed the victim to a risk of bodily injury. Now, there are other cases that define both of those, but from my understanding, that ultimately would be up to a jury. What was really revealing about the body cam footage is that Gary Peacock is absolutely out of his mind. He viewed himself, and probably still views himself, because he rode away all upset, saying he's sorry he called the police, and next time he's not going to call the police.
You're free
I'd
to go.
say thank you, but I'm not glad I called the police.
Well, I wish this went different.
Yeah.
Oh, here's your ID. Sorry.
Next time I won't call the police.
He's going to do this again. You can't have this crazy bicyclist detaining people, restraining people against their will without any legal authority to do so. This man needs to be charged, and he needs to be put on some sort of probation so that they can keep an eye on him. Now, as discussed in the last video, clearly they're not going to do that under the circumstances. So the second best thing to do is to continue to catch Gary Peacock on video doing these things. I wouldn't be surprised if additional video footage shows up. So if you have any additional video footage of Gary Peacock, let me know. And let me know in the comments what you thought. Did the officer handle this properly? It was sort of a therapy session between the officer and Gary Peacock. Actually, it was pretty wild footage. I just hate that the innocent victim here got caught up and detained for this period of time when he had committed no crime at all. And he ended up getting charged. Now, I see why the officer did it, actually, given the circumstances. There is an argument to be made, I think, that Pierce could have benefited from sort of taking Gary to court, taking him up on this charge that he swore out on him. In any event, since that's gone now, he ought to take him to court. Kidnapping aside, unlawful restraint aside, I mean, this was a physical assault and battery, as well as, at the very least, an unlawful detention. He ought to sue Gary Peacock. And that would help make sure that Gary doesn't do this again to anybody else. And he may end up having to pay punitive damages. And if he really is a millionaire from California, those punitive damages could be very high. So hopefully that happens. If I hear about it, I'll let you know. To all the Gary Peacocks out there, freedom is scary. Deal with it.